What's up, everybody? Three into possible. We are missing Joseph. Joseph is he's on a mission tonight. On a mission tonight. You know, good for him. Hope it's a successful one. But we got Jeremy stepping in here. The most recent, the newest Nets fan or not Nets fan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no more.
Sixers fan. Newest Sixers fan in the NBA fandom landscape. So Jerm, you're on day two. You're about 24 hours at this point. You know, like how we feeling? How we feel as a 76ers fan?
Bro,
New Jersey on the way.
I got to get a jersey for sure. I
They
was
got
kind
some
of.
good ones. They got some good ones.
They do though. I was looking at them, bro. They got some good ones because I was trying to see what number he was gonna pick. He picked number 1. I was kind of hoping he was gonna pick like number 5. I was gonna say number 2, but I think number 2 is that's in the Raptors though. Somebody had number 2. I think that's retired too.
That was Dr. J, I believe.
Yeah, I was looking at like number 10 or something, but I was like, dang, he can't wear 13. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna cop a jersey. I recently just got the Brooklyn jersey, the new one this year. What you
The
call
city
it?
edition.
Yeah, I got that for Christmas. Didn't get a chance to put it on. But I'm gonna keep it though. 'Cause I got a Houston jersey, I got his college jersey, and I got 2 Brooklyn jerseys, but that's the one I didn't get to wear. But
You don't got OKC?
I ain't got OKC. That's the only one I ain't got. I need to get. I probably need to get an OKC jersey, and I need to. If I can find his high school jersey, that'd be dope too. If I can find his high school jersey,
Super
but
fan.
yeah.
Boy, you
So
need to get some autographs.
All
yeah,
right.
I would
So we're
trust.
gonna get into all the madness that was the trade deadline, but we do got to talk. It is Super Bowl weekend. It is the Super Bowl weekend. Devion, I know you only dabble in the NFL. So we'll just get right to it, Devian. Let's start with you. You can give the expert analysis. Who's winning the Super Bowl, Devion?
You know who I'm gonna pick? Rams.
Do you know who they're playing?
Yeah,
Joe
what's
Shiesty.
the little Tigers? The
Yes,
Bengals.
Bengals. Yeah, good enough.
Yeah,
There we go. All right,
I can
all right.
remember.
Rocking with the Rams. I
Yeah,
dig it.
hometown. Well, it used to be hometown favorite.
Yeah, don't say that. It's gonna rub some people the wrong way with that one.
Yeah.
Jerm, I know now you pay attention to football. You know, big Saints fan.
Yeah,
Y'all got a whole kind of you got some stuff going on over there. Dennis
we gotta
Allen
hear.
era.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, so DA. So he gotta find a quarterback, but that's
Who
a
you got
whole.
in the Super Bowl? Who's winning and why?
Ooh, my honest opinion, bro. I really don't care, in all honesty. But me being who I am, I would like to see the Rams take that L because they got it's a couple fans that I'm finna get on their line. So, but at the end of the day, though, I think it's gonna be a good game. I can't really call it, bro. Like, what I will say, I think it's gonna be a closer game than what people think.
All right. We're not gonna let this slide. You're not gonna step on a three and a possible and not have a pick.
I'm a pick.
It's hot takes
I'm
only
gonna go
here.
for the Bengals though. I'm gonna just go for a
Okay.
Bengals upset. Just
Okay.
I ain't gonna sleep on them because they nice, bro. Like they've been an underdog the whole playoffs, like literally, except for maybe
I think the only game I thought they would win was against Vegas. And then I was like, oh
yeah,
yeah, they're probably gonna lose to Tennessee.
yeah.
And I was like, okay,
Especially
well they're definitely gonna lose to the Chiefs. And then
right.
nope, they just keep rolling.
Yeah,
They've been a fun team to watch. They're exciting. You know, Joe Burrow is.
I like Burrow though.
Electric.
I coming out of college, like I know he got hurt his rookie year. His rookie was short lived, but like I like Joe though. Like he got that cool. Like he don't get. It's kind of like how Pat Mahomes got that. Like you don't get nervous type shit. Like no matter what the situation is, like he cool, calm, collective. And the dude got he got weapons. Like they defense just got to be solid, bro. And he got weapons, bro. So I don't know what's up to deal with his tight end though. Is the tight end not playing?
I don't think they know yet. I think that's going to be a game time decision.
Okay. Yeah.
I know he was that the one like their like something he like just ripped off the knee brace and like threw it and like I know he wants to play, but I think the doctors are going to have to
Yeah, I just know
that one.
he left the field on the cart. I know, but I didn't see the actual injury.
I think it was just an MCL sprain, so they feared it was ACL, which would have definitely ended the year for him. But I think it just ended up being an MCL sprain. So I think it's going to be a lot of pain tolerance, and I think the knee is, there's going to be risks with it, obviously, as I'm
Yeah,
well
so
aware as I'm going through my own knee injury right now. But
yeah, but
no
I'm gonna go
MCL.
Yeah,
My
Saints
maybe.
MCL
tonight,
is good. I
I'm,
just fucked up like everything else, but it's
yeah,
all good. All right, I'm picking the Rams. I'm with Devion. I feel like Devion's more with me, but whatever, semantics. I think the thing that's going to be an issue is, all right, things went pretty perfectly in that second half for the Bengals against the
right,
Chiefs. I
right,
don't think you can expect to hold the Rams to whatever it was, 5 yards of offense like they did to the Chiefs in that second half, like 5 net yards or whatever it ended up being. And I'm just worried. Like we saw them beat Tennessee, right? Tennessee sacked Burrow 9 times. That's usually doom. Like that's usually you're done. You're not coming back from that.
true,
The issue for the Bengals this time is it's not Ryan Tannehill on the other side. That's Stafford with Cooper Kupp, who had the best year as a receiver this year with OBJ.
yeah,
Like that's kind of a different animal. It's not a running back off of a foot surgery. Like the Rams are kind of are rolling right now. They've been playing really well in the playoffs. Stafford has been taking care of the ball, making clutch throws, kind of showing the world like, look, it was Detroit. It wasn't me. Like
right,
nobody can overcome the Detroit Lions. So I think the Rams win. I just think like I see the Rams kind of jumping to a lead, and I just don't know that the Bengals are going to be able to work that match. I could be wrong. I don't really care who wins. I
yeah,
don't have that much of a rooting interest. I would probably prefer the Rams just because I hate the narrative that gets associated with OBJ, like he's some team cancer. Like I think that's all bullshit. So I would like to see him win, Aaron Donald win. I'd like to
that's
see Stafford
yeah,
win. Like
Odell,
I like
yeah, yeah,
Odell.
Odell,
The way
that's
people
my
talk about
dude.
Odell is so wrong.
Yeah, that's like that's one of my favorite receivers. Been one of my favorite receivers. So that'd be the only reason why I would like wouldn't have a problem with them winning because I do want to see him get a ring. But other than that, yeah, like them niggas,
It's
they
fans will do that to you. I'm so
yeah,
far removed from any like Rams fans. Most of my friends actually hate the Rams for leaving St. Louis. Like they're like still taking it out on them.
They
So
some bitter bitches.
they been,
They
yeah.
stay hurt.
I told him, bro. I
I
said,
mean,
bro,
fuck Stan Kroenke. Like he's a piece of shit. I'm not like
Yeah, that
denying
was
that.
petty.
I just feel like if you're gonna choose your fandom based on the owner of the team, it's a long line of pretty terrible human beings.
yeah,
Like
fat,
like most of them are like
They
they're
don't
just
care about that
they're not
money.
great. Yeah,
yeah,
all they care about is
Exactly.
money. They don't give a shit about people.
they.
So like
I
whatever.
ain't surprised, like, cause they say money wise, cause they wasn't making no fucking money in St. Louis. Like, they couldn't even sell out the games no more, bro. Like, so I ain't
Right.
surprised
Or
when they
those,
left. That
or
was
those
just
tickets was like $15, bro, and then $15,
literally,
they still
literally,
didn't pack the stadium. I remember that. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, this a vacation day for me. I was
literally,
like,
bro.
guarantee ain't gonna see nobody in that bitch.
Yeah, that no
Yeah,
matter
but
who they played, bro. Like I remember one time the last season there, I was kind of working there doing something. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was between there and Bush Stadium. So they last season there, I mean they played the Bears, bro. Like people from Chicago made that trip way like it was way more Chicago Bears fans in there than St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Because
they
Chicago
was
close, so
ass then too.
man, a lot of people made that trip just to come see the Birds play. You know what I'm saying in St. Louis. I'm just like, damn, like that's yeah. But they weren't making no money, so
Yeah,
it is what it is. But they because the team was damn near the same. They just had Jeff Fisher lame ass. But outside of
Terrible.
that, he was terrible. I real shit, bro. Like I think if the Rams would have stayed in St. Louis, like and got Sean McVay, I think they still would have like the team still would have been good. Like I don't know if they would have
Yeah,
been Super Bowl
location ain't
good,
got
maybe
nothing to do with
not.
it. They don't show up to the games in LA either.
Yeah,
no,
right. So I think, but it was coaching, bro. Sean McVay turned them up most definitely, and I think if they would have stayed in St. Louis and
I,
with Sean
I
McVay,
remember when Jeff Fisher was like the hot commodity that year, like before he signed with the Rams.
yeah,
My Dolphins were also like looking to hire a coach, and I was so happy when the Rams were the team that ended up getting Fisher because I was like, oh please, please, you know, he went like 8-8 for like the last 7 years he was in fucking Tennessee. I was like, no, I don't want any
yeah,
part of that. Very happy the Rams fell on that grenade. But okay. let's go to the big NBA news. We are a NBA
Money.
podcast at heart. So
Then we aren't ready
I
for
mean, do
that.
you guys want to start with the big headline, or do you want to talk about some of these lesser deals first?
Man, we can talk about the Leicester people first. Let's end it with them. Talk about the weak ass Lakers first.
All right.
I mean,
We'll save
Bum
the Lakers for a
ass.
little later. First, we'll talk about the 4-team trade that sends Ibaka to the Bucks, Marvin Bagley to the Pistons, DiVincenzo and Josh Jackson and Trey Lyles to the Kings, and then Rodney Hood and Ojale to the Clippers. What are your guys' kind of thoughts on this one? It's not a ton of big names, but I think there's some key pieces there. You got some teams that are still kind of rebuilding, retooling. You got a contender in there. Did anything jump out to you guys with this one? Jerem, I'll let you start this one off. Kind of your thoughts on one of the lesser trades of the day.
The Ibaka trade definitely popped out to me when I got that notification. I was like, oh, I mean, DiVincenzo is a good role player, so I guess they still got was it Covington? So I guess Covington kind of like him and DiVincenzo are kind of like the same player a little bit, and with
Covington, you
Covington,
talking about Pat, little
yeah,
leprechaun?
but
Well,
he a
and then
better
they also added Grayson Allen in the offseason
right.
too.
That's
So
what I
like
said.
they've
So
got
they got better
they got their
shooters
share
than
of white boys. You know, they don't need 3.
Yeah.
They only needed
exactly.
2.
So the Ibaka trade definitely. I mean Marvin Bagley too, but the Ibaka one kind of stood out to me because I'm like, that was a good pickup. Like no cap, because he's gonna help them. He's another pick and pop. He can stretch the
Especially
field.
with Brooke Lopez, kind of like the back thing doesn't look like it's gonna go away. Like he might be able to
Nah.
play through it at times,
Oh, he hurt.
but
I don't even pay attention to him. He hurt.
yeah,
Okay.
Nah, he
he's
over
been
with.
like he's been out a lot of the year trying to come back
Yeah.
with a bad back. So like they kind of needed like that other rim protector. Devion, what'd you
He over
think?
with. Yeah, Surge, for real. Like with the defense, I think he helped play game. Yeah, and Lopez over with, bro. Like he just got too much, you know what I'm saying, got too much going on. Kings,
They've had an interesting
Kings
trade
is, you
deadline.
know what I'm saying? That's why I
Hey,
said like it's kinda
so they got some bonus.
it's
Hey, that's hey.
I know that's what I'm saying. It's a strange trade, but they got some decent players. Like they might be fun to watch. They still gonna lose a lot of games, but you know what I'm saying? They'll be fun to watch, just you know what I'm saying, just to see some stuff. But I think Serge Ibaka probably the best one because he gonna really help them in the playoffs. Like that defense is gonna be pretty nice. And then you know Serge always find he ain't like the best scorer, but he always find a way to get a couple buckets. You know what I'm saying? He a good like
He can do everything
yeah.
offensively that Brooke Lopez is doing.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. It's like an upgrade from, in my personal opinion. Brook Lopez, he'll shoot the 3, but it ain't like he gonna make it all the fucking
It
time.
it
You
it depends. I
know what
think
I'm
it
saying?
like if they run into a situation like last year where Giannis gets banged up. Like remember that first game after Giannis got hurt in the playoffs. Like they featured Brooke Lopez like on the post.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
Serge doesn't have that in his bag. He's always just kind
But
of been the pick and pop.
but he
You
couldn't do
know.
that more than like that one game, bro. Like, cause
Oh, they
you
haven't
know,
really tried. Like I think he
yeah,
could. Like I think if you wanted to say Brooke go get us 25. Like I don't know if you're going to win a ton of games, but I think he
yeah.
can
That's
still.
what I'm saying.
That dude's
mhm.
post game has always been
Yeah,
Yeah.
top tier
The
he
in
just
post
the
don't
game, yeah.
got.
in the NBA.
Yeah,
So
his old
but
solid.
like they're not banking on Giannis getting hurt. So like that's the
No,
whole
that's a
thing. Like
fact.
they want somebody to guard the rim, shoot the 3, space, still be able to space the floor, and he can do that. So as a Heat fan, I was pretty pissed that
I think you
they
sacrificing
swung him.
like offense for defense in this situation because they used to cook Lopez defensively, but
Oh,
offensively
yeah.
he could
They
bang with you a
did
little bit.
only
But
like the elite
it,
teams though,
in the playoffs, it was
because
like in the playoffs when they started exposing like them pick and rolls and trying to get
yeah,
the guards
He
yeah,
low and
got,
stuff.
yeah, he got
Yeah, you know
exposed.
what I'm
Like,
saying? Ain't nothing he
all
gonna do
right,
with that.
Debbie. I don't need to
But
relive that because that
I'm
was
just saying, bro, like
mind
that's what
blowing.
it count. That's what it count though.
That was just as much Budenholzer's fault as it was like Brooke
Yeah,
Lopez. Like if you put Ibaka in the same situation, he's getting cooked too.
yeah,
Like
that's a fact.
he can't fucking guard Kevin Durant. Like
Cause that's when we was talking
doesn't
about,
matter.
bro. Like, bro,
Like are you
is he
ever
gonna
gonna
be a
fucking
good
adjust?
coach
And then he
on
finally
everything?
adjusted. So good
And
for
it
him.
worked out.
But
Yeah,
I think the low key part of this trade though, and Jeremy kind of talked about it. I think Marvin Bagley to Detroit could be interesting.
Yeah,
They already got like Cade Cunningham starting to kind of come into his own.
That boy
Bagley was
nice.
never given a shot in Sacramento. I don't know why.
It's the
It's kind
Queens.
of why like Sacramento is Sacramento, but I think that
Facts.
could be like a nice fresh start for him. Like you're adding a really talented player, so you're at the end of the day
Yeah.
you're just trying to see if you can hit the lottery there. And at the end of the day, he was a second overall pick. Now you got Cade, first overall pick. You're probably going to pick high again. Like that could end up being a pretty important
future
move for them.
future asset. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, we'll say. I think they're
Bagley
going to
is
have to
nice.
try
Yeah,
and
he is
re-sign
nice.
him
I
this
give you that.
offseason. Okay,
The
let's
Queens
talk
definitely
about the
mismanaged
other
them.
trade that the Kings were involved in. They traded with the Pacers. So what shocked a lot of people and has a lot of people upset, the Kings traded away Tyrese Halliburton, their second-year player who's done a lot of really nice things for them,
yeah.
especially with Fox being in and out the lineup this year. So they traded Halliburton, Buddy Hield, Tristan Thompson of the Pacers, and the Kings got Sabonis, Justin Holiday, Jeremy Lamb, and a second-round pick in return. I want to know who you guys think won this trade. Everyone in the media has been pretty much saying this was a home run for the Pacers. But I want your guys'
Fuck
thoughts, see if
yeah.
you guys agree, disagree. Jerm, you're our guest, so you start us off. Would you think of that trade?
I think it's a good trade for both sides. Honestly, it's I say it's about even because Pacers still got a long way to go. So do the Kings. So like Devion said, they still gonna lose some games, but I think that's gonna make the Pacers better to watch. You know what I'm saying, and same with especially with the Kings because the Kings are like still kind of young for the most part. So I think they still gonna be young to watch. But it's about even. That's an even trade to me. I think both teams got some good players for real, for real. So in some good situations now, are they gonna stay there? We don't know, but but I think that
Hell
definitely was about
no.
the even trade you can get.
Yeah.
Devion?
Uh, I don't know. I wanted to say the Kings, bro, because I'm actually shocked that these dumbasses actually got Sabonis.
Yeah, I was
That'd be
surprised
kind of
about
fun to
that.
watch. I was shocked with that, but I
I
don't
was
know
shocked.
because Hallie, bro, that boy nice. I think they gave up some like that's the future they just gave up in a. I don't know with that one. It's a toss up because I like bro, and then Buddy Hill go out there and just I think those two players will
Flamethrower.
probably be in a better situation for them to actually like showcase like all their talent. You know what I'm saying? So for the players, it probably is the Pacers, but like if I was like a fan watching, I'd rather see. I ain't gonna lie, I'd rather see Fox and Sabonis and all them play, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I
Yeah.
think that shit gonna be
Yeah, Devian,
fun as
I'm with
fuck.
you. Like I don't understand. Like people
Yeah,
were like outraged that they gave up Halliburton in this deal.
I,
I
I,
get
I
it.
ain't even
He's
saying I would be.
21. He's doing a lot of very nice things. But like these people act like Sabonis is like 30.
Yeah, Sabonis got
Man's 20.
dude,
Man's
man.
25. 25 and
Yeah,
handing out triple doubles from the four position.
Yeah.
Like that's hard. That's hard to replace. I don't really understand why people act like the best player in the trade right now is easily Sabonis,
not
Oh
even
yeah.
close.
easily.
Yeah.
So like I don't know like why is there so much like will Halliburton be better? Maybe. I would say I'd probably put it 55-45 that he will be, but right now Sabonis is better. You got De'Aaron Fox, all right? De'Aaron Fox is bordering on elite, right? Like he's a very good player. He ain't gonna stay there if you just keep making him try and bring young guys like along. Like he needs some dudes that can just fucking hoop to play with him. So I think that's
Right.
what they did there. They got a guy that can pair with them. They got a nice top two options now. They just got to fill out the rest of the roster. I wouldn't be surprised if the Kings sneak into the play-in tournament this year. To be honest, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I know they're flirting with it right now. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up in there and at least got some
Yeah.
kind of action there. Like De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis pair really well together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sabonis can take the defense away from the paint. If they want to do like a pick and
yeah,
pop situation, Fox is going to have a free fucking run to the rim, or he's going to have a wide open Sabonis who is deadly. So I don't understand. Like I think those two pair together better than Fox and Halliburton. Halliburton and Fox are both point
yeah.
guards.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's bro. Kings, you ain't bro. I agree, bro. I think they might slip in because you put Sabonis with that, bro. That's ugly. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well,
That's
and then
ugly.
that's why we got to kind of talk about the previous trade we just talked about, them getting Trey Lyles, Josh
Facts.
Jackson, and Dante DiVincenzo.
Now that make a little bit more
Those are a
sense.
lot of good role players. So
Yeah,
you're kind of filling out the roster there. So I thought the Kings surprisingly did a very good job this trade
yeah.
deadline. Good job,
And they got a
Kings.
second round pick too, right? You said
No, they won't do anything with that.
ain't gonna do no way. You might be able to.
They're not
Yeah,
the only teams that I really
yeah,
count on to do anything like that's like the Jazz,
yeah,
the Raptors, my Heat. Like those teams will do something with those picks. Not the fucking
yeah.
Kings.
Not that.
They can't even get the second overall pick right. Like
Yeah,
I don't care about a
you
pick for them.
You never know.
yeah,
They
you
might get
never know though.
lucky.
They might get some. They might luck up. They still a fuck up the pick, but
All right, Devion, do you have an
yeah,
announcement you need to make about your fandom for the rest of the year? Because your Lakers didn't make a move. They stood pat.
yeah, bro. Hey, bro.
Honestly,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a Lakers fan at heart, bro. But I'm rooting for Miami for the rest of the year, bro. Cause
how you feel about Westbrook, bro? Like the whole. I know last time I was on here was like I think it was before the season, maybe. Nah. But yeah,
Beginning of the year, yeah.
but how you feel about the Westbrook fit or the not fit? Should I say?
hey, bro. Will was right, bro. That shit is not working. Like it was cool on paper, but boy, this shit. I don't know. I don't know. Like what the fuck happened? Like did bro forget how to play? Like he in his own head. This is not working, bro. Like now and I'm a Westbrook fan. I'm like, damn. I kind of wish we did get Dame. I ain't gonna lie, because Dame in this situation, we'd be all right. Hey, we contenders like easy. Right now, bro, it's just like, man, I'm happy if we make the eighth seed and make it out in the first round.
I think
At this point,
I,
like,
I ain't gonna, I've been letting Laker fans I've been letting them live this year. Like I ain't even been talking like I really
I
could.
haven't.
So I've been letting them live for the most part. But it's like but I will say this though. I just had tweeted this and I said this on Facebook too. If them boys get healthy, like the way LeBron been playing, if AD can stay healthy and if Westbrook can be somewhat under control, I ain't gonna sleep on them in the playoffs, bro. I don't see them beating Phoenix or Golden State. I think that'd be a long shot. But anybody else, I ain't gonna lie. If them boys healthy, I see them beating anybody. I don't trust Utah. They having problems in their
No.
locker room already.
Ooh.
Memphis is like how the Hawks was last year in the playoffs in the East. Like young team, up and coming, like almost made the finals. I mean, yeah, it was some injuries throughout the playoffs, but they took advantage of them. I like Memphis though. I like Ja. I like what they doing. I like Bane. I like that team. They scrappy, bro. But in 7 game series, like I don't see them beating Phoenix. I don't see them beating Golden State. And honestly, if they run up against a healthy Laker team, I don't see them beating them
Bro,
neither.
we not gonna be healthy. We like Memphis will take us the way we playing right now, bro. They'll take us 7 games in the playoffs, and that's
I
sad
agree
to
with
say,
that.
bro.
I just think like, and it's mainly because of LeBron factor. In all honesty, like the way he playing,
That's
bro.
it.
Like come playoff time, if he just get a
Yeah.
little help, a little consistency from him, you know what I'm saying? Like you never know, like. Cause it's the you know what I'm saying. It playoffs like it's gonna be
I,
stuff gonna be ran differently, but
I gotta see what AD gonna bring, bro. For real,
yeah,
he really that's it. If AD play like he's supposed to play, I got hope for us. But if he do what Will be getting on him about all the time and try to play like a guard, bro, it's bad for us.
I
Cause
agree. I agree.
Westbrook will eventually catch up with some momentum. Like he'll get one. You know what I'm saying? He'll get one series.
Look,
You know what I'm saying?
this is right when Westbrook
Yeah,
with the Rockets, Westbrook with the
yeah.
Wizards. Like this is right around the time he started to kind of figure out how to fit in
That's a
with
fact.
his new team. Like I think you got to give Russ a little slack. Like this is his third team in 3 years now. Like some of that's his fault. Like and everyone knows I'm a big Russ fan, but he got to hold he got to hold a lot of this. I just think that I don't really want to say Lakers fans because I really think it's the LeBron fans.
Yeah,
They're trying to put
Talk
like
about it.
everything on Russ. And
yeah.
Yeah.
it's not Russ's fault that the team was built so fucking stupidly. Like you put like LeBron James and Russell Westbrook are just not a good pair. Just from the
Ball
jump, they're not a
dominant.
good pair. They both need the ball to be their best self. You're making one of them worse when you make them play off the ball. So that's the start. Then you don't have any shooting around them. Like Anthony Davis is shooting like 16% from three. If LeBron James is your best 3-point shooter in your starting lineup, you got fucking problems. Like LeBron's he's a fine 3-point shooter, but he can't be your best one, right?
Yeah.
So like the Lakers desperately need Kendrick Nunn to whatever the fuck's wrong with his knee. They need it to get
He need to
better,
hurry
come
up,
back.
bro.
I see why my Heat yanked his restricted offer. I see why, because I don't know what's going on with him.
We got a
But something
dead
ain't right.
contract with
Something
them.
ain't right with the knee. Ariza, I tried to tell you.
I knew
When
Ariza
y'all signed him, Devion.
I knew Ariza
He didn't quite look like Ariza with my Heat last year.
I know, but it was. I think I didn't think we was gonna need him to be like do that much. You know what I'm saying? He'd just be here and
that's the
there
issue.
type
Like
of
the
thing.
people
You know
that
what
are
I'm
missing
saying?
for the Lakers have so many older players, and they're all being asked to do more than what they're really capable of doing at this point. LeBron has to be like Miami LeBron, and he's not Miami LeBron anymore. He can't play
I
those
knew it was gonna
minutes.
be like that. I knew that because I'm just like y'all signing all these old players. I'm like,
Well,
bro,
that's why I think Kendrick Nunn's so important because he's like him and Monk are the only young guys.
yeah, him and Monk
Like
Young,
they
like,
need those.
like
They need them to eat up minutes.
yeah, like
Boy, Monk been looking like a
Melo
god sometimes.
older, but he don't play no defense. You know, he got Westbrook. You know about him. Ariza ain't really looked like the Ariza since Houston. That was like the last time he was decent for real. Portland, he wasn't on shit. The Heat, he was alright with y'all.
He was fine last year, but he wasn't what we needed. We needed a Jay Crowder or a PJ Tucker build.
Yeah, but
Not the
Ariza,
slender build that Ariza is. Like asking Ariza to
Yeah,
play the 4, he can get by if you're asking him to do that for like 5 minutes in a game. He can't be like
yeah,
your
36
option.
minutes a game. Like he can't play like 30 some minutes a game. Like he his body don't even move like that no more. Like he still got the height and everything, but it's like man, I don't know. I just knew that was gonna be a clusterfuck. I'm like, golly, like
I
I
mean,
didn't.
I even said I thought the Lakers would eventually figure it out, but they just
I thought they would
they
too.
keep getting someone injured at like all these moments. So like they don't have any
Mm.
chemistry together.
They
It's been the worst case scenario for the Lakers this year. They
But
didn't
I
make any
thought
moves.
that's the worst part about it is like we ain't figured out and we ain't make no trades. Like none.
I don't know
Like
that trades would really
none.
help this team. Like I don't know who are you going to go get that was going to
Man.
overhaul
who you
the
gonna
lack
give
of
up?
shooting.
Who you
Like you
gonna give
need
up?
like
That's the
3
question.
shooters
That's
to
the
add to
real
that team.
question. Yeah. Who the fuck
Y'all
will
ain't got
give
nobody to
up?
give up, bro.
Cause
Like it's people. It was people to go get, bro. Like I know y'all was. I heard rumors about y'all looking at Jeremy Grant,
Okay,
Schroeder.
okay. I heard those same things. What would they fix?
but he
What
not
would
I
they
gonna
mean,
fix
fix?
that. Yeah.
None
I,
of them can shoot.
I get
Benny
that,
Hill
but
was the only one that I liked, but we didn't have nothing to offer.
y'all didn't have
Buddy
Like
Hill.
nothing.
I think you've got the 3 cornerstone players that are fine. It's literally just what you put around those players
Everything
that makes that team
around it.
terrible.
They tried to
Yeah.
get Buddy. They tried to get Buddy Hill for Westbrook straight up. Kings was like, nah. I was like,
I mean, why would they take that contract on?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's it. I wouldn't dare
That
take
just
that.
doesn't fit with, and they already got De'Aaron Fox. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That'd been
Yeah.
another place that like Westbrook needs to be surrounded with a lot of shooting, and he needs to be option 1 or 2. And he probably should be like your primary ball handler if you want your team to be successful with Westbrook. You can't
LeBron
have
gonna
him
have
being
to.
it just doesn't work. Like I want to see them do a lot more like pick and roll with LeBron and Westbrook, pick
Would
and
you have
pop, whatever. But it's hard to do that when teams don't respect any of the other shooters on your team.
No, it's
They
not gonna
just
work.
clog the lane on those two. So
Devion, would
like
you have
Yeah.
taken would you have taken John Wall for Westbrook? Because they tried that too.
it was
No,
Westbrook and a first round pick for John Wall.
no,
Yeah,
no.
I mean,
I don't see
John Wall.
that's a trade that I don't understand. John Wall
Yeah,
is literally just a worse version of Russell Westbrook.
that's
yeah,
it.
that's what I said. Like Lakers fans was complaining, like, man, I would have took Wall, I would have did that, but I'm just like,
And
Wall
them
ain't gonna fix
fucking
They are
LeBron
the
fans,
same
bro.
player. It's
Like
just Westbrook's the
on
better
everything,
version.
bro. And John Wall ain't been the same since college damn near feel like now, don't it? Like he ain't been the same for a long time. Like I'm not taking no fucking them. What? Well, I'd rather take my chance with Westbrook getting hurt and just be AD and LeBron. You gonna trade
Man,
fucking Westbrook for John Wall? That's now them LeBron fans talking. Like
I see they posted little videos or little highlight videos. John Wall was in the gym with I forgot who he was in the gym with somebody hooping.
man,
I'm just
I
like,
know
All
bro,
right,
like
all right,
fun.
all right, all
Wait,
right.
ain't nobody in front of
Ben
him.
Simmons looks good in the gym. All right,
You
shooting
hear
the
me?
basketball. Ben Simmons looks good shooting the basketball in the gym. All right, like that's all that. Like, all right, let's
Ain't
talk
no
about the big
pressure
trade.
on you.
Let's
You
talk
hear
about the
me?
big trade. This is the moment. This is what we got Jerm here for.
Louis.
Man,
James Harden, Paul Millsap, ship the fuck out of Brooklyn. Brooklyn brings in Ben Simmons, Andre Drummond, Seth Curry, and 2 first-round picks.
yes,
So
sir.
first and foremost, before we get into who won or who didn't win the trade, Jerm, Harden's your favorite player. We talked about it at the beginning of the show.
Right.
How do you feel about James Harden in Philly?
Um, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm still getting used to it. Like it's not a
It's hurt.
bad feeling because I don't think the fit is bad.
I
Truthfully,
think it's a great fit.
I don't
Yeah,
think the fit is bad. Honestly, like I think he fitted in my personal opinion. He fitted in Brooklyn and Philly. Like when he left Houston, both of them was
No,
good
he ain't
fits.
fit in Brooklyn.
Like he fitted in Brooklyn, bro. Them boys just couldn't stay on the court. Like they couldn't stay on the court. Like for one person come back, the other person go down. Then one person come back, the next person go down. Then we got one that want to give
Well,
he don't want to get vaccinated.
yeah, I was gonna say one's just making a very,
Yeah, bro. Like and
I'll
like
say, dumb
yeah.
decision.
my truthful opinion
Get
about
off
that,
my boy Dread.
I feel like they would have been cool had they
Chose
been
not to.
healthy. Like Harden would have been cool had they been healthy. But him and Philly though, bro, I've been doing some scouting, looking at the team, looking at the roster, looking at who like sent shooting percentages on who's who and who do
Yes,
what.
sir.
They playing right now. They playing OKC right now. I'm watching right now, literally. But um, I think it's gonna be a good fit, bro. Him and Embiid gonna be. The only thing about it, one thing I can say I do like is number one, Philly play defense. They got
Mm.
length, they got
Because
size.
you know your boy don't.
It's all good though. They got length, they got size. Um, Doc Rivers, I like that he's out of that D'Antoni, Steve Nash system too. Like he been in that shit for too long, bro. Like you still like no matter what team you go to, you still James Harden. So they still gonna let you cook and everything. But it's like get out. I feel like bro, you gotta get out of that system. Like them boys don't make no like Doc coaches. He gonna make adjustments, all of that, and they gonna hold James Harden accountable. Like you said, defense wise, bro. Like he's a decent post defender, but I like how
That's because you
Brooklyn.
don't got to move.
Yeah, but Brooklyn switched everything. I don't think Philly really play like that defensively.
They can't.
Right. So, and I think
They
so.
can't.
Harden gonna have to move his feet more. And I mean, like I said, I know he can. I've seen him do it. He just doesn't. Like same thing with like Kyrie and Steph Curry. Them type of players, they don't play
Like
defense.
Kyrie in the vaccine just won't do it.
Just don't do it. Like you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen Harden
Oh,
buckle down and play defense for a good solid few possessions. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know why you don't do that shit more. But it's up. You still my bro. And I said you still my nigga. So it is what it is. But I think him and the B gonna be good though, bro. Like him and the B gonna be great. They still got shooters. I wanted them to make another move during the trade, but I don't think they could. So maybe the buyout market might be more suitable depending on what's out there. Um, yeah, I'm cool with it though, bro. Like I ain't got no choice but to be cool with it, honestly. But shit, I'm cool with it. So it's a lot of
Devion, what do
pluses.
you think about the fit of James Harden in Philly?
bro, hey, y'all know what y'all wanted Dwight Howard to be in Houston. This is what it's gonna be like. This is what Philly gonna. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah,
Embiid
yeah.
and this boy, you can't do what you go. You can't stop pick and roll. You gotta play inside. You gotta play out. James Harden, you can't. You gotta respect his game. And Embiid Embiid got a one-on-one game too. Like if he did what he
Right.
did with,
James Harden, and Joel Embiid better be doing suicide lines together to get their fat asses in shape
yeah,
when it
that's
comes
the
to
only
playoff
thing about
time.
they out of shape with, but not. But I'm just saying, like in those late game
Well, Embiid's been
situations,
dominating though.
yeah, come on, bro, and put. you got a player who dominate like that, a big man, and then you gonna put slump. Harden been in a little slump. He gonna pick up right where he left off, bro. I'm telling you,
That's how
he number
he
one
First of all,
option,
okay, all
number
right. Let's
one,
get
two,
let's get
picking up right
let's
where
get
I'm
one
telling you,
thing very clear. Harden is
man,
not in a slump. He's not in a slump. He did
man,
not want to. He did not want to be in Brooklyn
yeah,
anymore.
you're right.
them last couple
For
games he
whatever
didn't want like
reason,
them
right or
last couple
I
wrong,
give you
games
that.
he did
he
not want to
definitely
be
didn't
in
want to
Brooklyn
be there.
anymore.
Yeah, I
That's
give you
all
that.
that
I'll
that
say that.
was.
But this is quote unquote a bad season for Harden. And he averaging 22, 8, and 10, bro.
I know, bro.
That's a bad year for this man. So it's like, but we know when he's engaged and when he wants to play, like everybody said when he got to Brooklyn last year, it ain't gonna work, whatever. Bro, he sacrificed, he was engaged, he went like you seen it. Like compared to him
yeah.
being the last couple games in Houston, you can tell he didn't want to be there, bro. He got to Brooklyn, everybody's like, damn, all right. So damn, that boy real cut off. But
Yeah, he's just refreshing.
but I think but I think it's gonna be a similar thing, bro. Like him and Embiid, like I say, the thing about the similarity I will say between Brooklyn and Philly, the only similarity for real, Brooklyn got a 7-foot monster that you can't stop.
You
Philly,
got two players on Philly you cannot stop one on one. You cannot
yeah,
stop nobody in their
All
position.
right. Okay.
Come on, Will. Don't be no hater, bro. Who gonna fucking stop Harden besides Harden, bro? And nobody can stop
Okay. No,
Embiid.
I was gonna say Harden stops
That's
himself,
it. It's
but
just
but
no,
like
yeah.
Harden, but man, come on, bro. That's
I
a
feel like Philly got a 7-footer dominant just like Brooklyn do. Only difference is he's a big. That's a different. Like I think that's the one difference. Like he's a big
All right.
bro. Like
So
we
I know
haven't
I
seen
lost
him.
connection. I want to actually get this out because I don't do this very often. Jeremy knows too well. I think this was the best thing that could happen for James Harden. I think this was
talk
the
about it.
absolute
It might
Philly,
be.
best
man.
It might be.
situation. He's got the only thing that I'm concerned with, and I think it's going to be okay because he's still going to be the primary ball handler, is he's going to have to be option two. Embiid's better than him right now. And that's not like I'm not knocking James Harden. Like
No,
Embiid's just
that's true.
playing like that fucking good. Like
Yeah.
Embiid has been
Everything.
he's been a monster. Like I was saying before I dropped out, James Harden was not in a slump. He didn't want to be in Brooklyn. Like whatever. I think
I
it
give you
came down
that.
to him and Kyrie is kind of what I'm reading between the lines. They weren't loving each other, and I think Harden's right in this point. I think he didn't love that Kyrie wouldn't take one for the team here and get a vaccine that's been like the most tested vaccine in all of human history. Like I think I like that's understandable to me that would piss you off. Like when you're out there, especially with
Ain't
KD
mad
hurt.
about that.
Like I don't blame him for being upset. I also understand Kyrie being like, dude, fuck you. You know, like the type of person I am, and you know that like this is not something that I'm comfortable doing. As wrong as I think Kyrie is, like I don't really empathize, but like I see Kyrie's perspective. So whatever, he didn't want to be there anymore. He's in a perfect situation for him. He's got Martise Thybulle, who's one of the best perimeter defenders in the entire NBA. He wants to say NFL, NBA. So whoever the best perimeter person is on the opposing team, Thybulle will take him, and James Harden don't got to worry about him.
That's a fact.
Tyrese Maxey is a great third option. I think second option
Fact.
was a little too much for Tyrese Maxey to have to own up to in his second year, but I think third option is gravy. James Harden just has to know where he stands on the team, know where the number one option is, get Embiid to the basket, which James Harden will do very well. I don't think James Harden is good at orchestrating an offense. I think he's very good at using a pick and roll situation and being, okay, I can score or I can dump it off to this fucking 7-3 monster that is
Yeah,
Joel Embiid, right?
that's
Like,
gonna be.
I think he can operate that very well. So I think that this is the best thing that could happen for James Harden.
Yeah.
He
Now
might.
the question is who who won the trade? Who gained the most from this trade?
Ooh.
We are going to talk about we're going to talk about the East and like where people rank later, but purely this trade, I want to know where you guys think who won this trade. Jerm, start
I'm.
us off.
I'm gonna say. I mean, obviously, Harden my favorite player, so I'm gonna say Philly. But like, that's my biased answer. Realistically, though, Nets did win the trade. Now, that's standing for today. Cause we still gotta see how Ben gonna fit in. We got still, I mean, Drummond, like I said, great pickups. 2 first-round picks. Like they won the trade because I guess technically they got more back, but we just gotta see how it fit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure Ben's gonna be committed because players say one thing, get on the court.
We'll dedicate some time to talk about how the Nets kind of work out with this. But so
Right.
you're going Philly wins the trade.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Philly because
Okay, they got the best player. That's all that really fucking matters at this point.
That's
I'm
what they
assuming
got.
is kind of the rationale here.
In basketball, that's what they normally say. Whoever gets the best player normally wins the trade. So,
All right, Devion, what do you think?
So we just saying who we think won. We going to the rest of the shit later.
Yeah, we'll talk about. We're going to talk
Okay.
about the Nets on their own later, and then we'll talk about where people rank in the NBA.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I think James Harden got the best fit, but I think Brooklyn won that trade.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you think
I'll explain
their
later.
collective upgrade? You think the collective upgrade is better than what James Harden will do for Philly?
And it's not by like a huge margin either, but I'll explain why
I'm
I
with
said
you.
later. It's not by a huge margin. It's like a coin
Well, no,
flip.
explain why. I want to hear why.
Because the reason I say that is because like the way James Harden's playing is pretty much the fucking way Ben plays, but the only difference is Ben can lock your ass up and he can get down there in the post. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's all it's but like I said, I gotta see you got 2 people that didn't want to be there, and I think they're gonna have points to prove, and I think Ben is gonna fit just fine with KD, and
Yeah,
you just
that
go
should
get
be
rebounds,
easy.
pass, go, you know what I'm saying, and go dominate on the post, and you play defense.
Yeah, I don't know that I see Ben Simmons in the post at all, but
No, I'm just saying he'll get down there sometimes.
I think Ben Simmons is a great
He'll get
fit
down there.
with Brooklyn. I mean, we talked about this last week before the trade deadline. We were kicking around will he or won't he get traded? And like I've been saying for a very long time, I could not believe that they didn't already do the trade. But with that being said, I'm going to say Philly wins the trade, and I'm gonna break it down like this: before the trade happened, in my opinion, Philly had 0 shot of winning a title. After trade, Philly is in the mix of contenders in the East.
Yeah.
That's a big jump. Brooklyn, to me, had a small chance to win the title with Harden, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant. After the trade, I think they are damn near the favorite, if not, they're like 1B to like a 1A type thing. But they were already one of the top dogs in the East, right? Like they were already in that conversation.
Yeah.
So the jump that Philly made to me, which is much larger, I don't even know if Brooklyn could jump that high.
No,
right?
you're
Like
right
that's
about
kind of
that.
where my head's at. Like Philly had no prayer beforehand.
That's real
Now
shit.
they get a superstar to put with Joel Embiid. They have a big shot. Like they essentially traded 2 role players, 2 bench players, and a guy that literally was not going to suit up for them for James Harden. Like everyone knows I don't like James Harden. I don't like the way he plays basketball. The man's won an MVP. He's super fucking talented. You trade that little to get that, I don't care how much I dislike the guy. Like that's a big trade. Like one of Devion, I know you know my boy JT. Jerm, I'm not sure if you ever met my boy JT. He is a Nets fan all of a sudden. But he's been talking about how Pat Riley like fumbled the bag essentially with the trade for Oladipo, and I'm like JT, we traded Kelly Olynyk.
Right.
Whatever
Kelly, bro, you hear me?
for whoever Victor Oladipo gives us, which I think will be a lot once he's fully recovered from his kind of second surgery to correct the same issue, right? Like there's no way to lose that trade, right? And that's how I feel about Philly. Like they traded. I mean, like they're nice players. Like Drummond was a nice backup big for Embiid. Seth Curry was a good shooter, floor spacer. He's a very nice role player. You got James Harden. Like the levels that these guys are in are just completely different.
Yeah.
It's just different levels of players that you're getting in return. But okay, let's talk about the Nets. Jerm, your old team.
Yeah.
Your old team. How do you think Ben Simmons, Drummond, and all that? Like, how do you think that meshes together?
To be honest though, with the pieces out of the pieces that they got back, I ain't gonna lie. I think the most important piece is probably Drummond because we was lacking there, bro. Like
I don't know. I seen you on
rebounding
Twitter every day begging for a big.
rebounding is the
Mm-hmm.
one thing we have been lacking in, bro. As great as we was, as talented as we was, as high powered as the offense was, rebounding still shot like kicked us in the ass, bro. And that was the one thing I said, bro, we can just go get a big. Let's go get a big that can rebound. Let's go get a big. I'm like, bro, but for some reason, we wouldn't go get one. Like I want us to go get JaVale McGee last off season. They let him sign with Phoenix. I'm just like Whiteside. I would have took Whiteside. They let him sign with the Kings. I'm just like,
My boy
damn, bro. I'm
Whiteside.
just like, bro, we can't go get a big, bro. So I think Drummond's he's not gonna play a lot of minutes, but with that second unit,
Fuck
bro.
that. In my opinion, Drummond's starting.
He go
He
he gonna play a
and he
lot of
can
minutes.
start. Like I said,
Yeah, he gonna
that's
play.
extra possessions, bro. Like I think low key that might be the most important piece because
Do people not remember this man just like 2 years ago was getting
Yeah,
20 and 20 games
20
for Detroit?
rebounds.
yes, bro.
That way,
Like
he got
people sleep on
walking
this man. Like he chose
rebound.
Philly, which I thought was weird because he's not like your new age big. You can't shoot,
Yeah,
but
I was
I mean,
surprised you
if
chose
you
him.
just want somebody to defend the rim and rebound,
That's your
it's
guy.
Andre
Yeah,
Drummond.
Yeah,
walking board, bro. Walking.
yeah. He
Real
So
shit.
I think that was that's what stands out to me most. I think Ben gonna fit in. Ben gonna be cool. It's gonna be more like a Draymond type of role. Like honestly, we just gonna see if he's gonna
That's
be
all he
a
needs to be.
yeah, I mean, that's
That's
all.
Yeah,
all
But
he
he ain't
needs
gotta
to
do
be.
nothing crazy.
with that
He got your
team, that's
rebound.
all he. Yeah, with
So,
that team, that's all he needs to
Germ,
be.
Devion, I usually let you go second, but I'm gonna jump in here. So, Germ, this is what I said from the beginning when the Nets made the trade for Harden. It was unnecessary. You don't need a third guy that is a shot creator off the dribble to add to that team. Like that's why the fit was not good. Like I know, I'm like, oh, they're 13-3 when they were all three together. Like that's great. 2-year wins were against my Heat that were fucking COVID ravaged, and we were starting like Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Caleb, like
Yeah, that
the
was
quality of teams
terrible.
that y'all were playing at that point. Like that was when the season was just going nuts, right? Like y'all made quick work of the Celtics. Good job. The Celtics are fucking trash. So I just don't put a lot of weight into those 16 games that those big three played together.
Yeah.
Now, like that's why I think like this was just like such a no brainer trade to me because I think both teams got a lot better. So Ben Simmons, all he needs to do, rebound the basketball, be a one man fast break. Boom.
That's it.
That's at least that's probably about 10 to 12 free points a game for the Nets easily. He's going to go guard their best player, no matter if he's a big, a wing, a center. He can guard all of them. He's 6'10", strong enough, move his feet. Like he's a fantastic defender. He doesn't need the ball. He doesn't want to shoot. He doesn't. He literally does not want to shoot. He wants to screen. Think of Ben Simmons. Like everyone sees Ben Simmons as what he was with Philly, and that was being
Mm-hmm.
paired with Embiid. That was the worst thing that could have happened to Ben Simmons. Think of Ben Simmons as Bam, as Giannis, as Draymond. I think that was a really good comparison in that role where he's kind of up at the top of the key, facilitating for others or taking advantage of a matchup where the big guarding him is too slow. That's what Brooklyn
Yeah, that's a
should
fact.
do with Ben Simmons. Now, will Steve Nash do that? I don't know. I have not been very impressed with Steve Nash's coaching career.
Me
So I
neither.
don't know if they'll do that. But the fit is there. Like you said, Andre Drummond, huge pickup. Why did Philly include him? I have no fucking clue. Because Daryl Morey was going to do whatever to get James Harden. I guess so. Brooklyn
Yeah.
took advantage of that.
Yeah,
But
I think
I think Brooklyn would have done it straight up. I honestly think, or like Harden plus the 2 first round picks. I think they would have done it.
I think
End of the day.
I do think Morey going like I say the trade deadline passed. Like it kind of was the shit. This shit was the last day of the trade deadline. So maybe the buyout market, maybe, but if not the buyout market, I know in the offseason, Morey. One thing I can say about it, he's going to try to get Harden as much help just like he did in Houston. So Philly gonna add to the team, bro. Like rather if it's buyout or
I think this is about. Honestly think this is about as good as you can get for Philly. I think the only thing you can maybe do is like maybe in the offseason try and trade like a thigh ball for a Brogdon. But like that's about the only
Oh
upgrade I
my
can really
God,
see.
boy, you
like
hit that boy on that.
I think you get like another shooter or a backup center, and we'd be straight. Like,
all right, Devion, I know I cut you off, but your reaction
Nah,
to
that's cool.
the fit for the Nets.
Not real shit, bro. Like KD, Kyrie, and you got a Drummond. All you gotta do is go back up, catch a couple lives if
Easy.
you want to. Don't do that. And when I was talking about with Ben Simmons going to the block, I'm just saying like sometimes just put the little ass point guard that's gonna have to guard him, put him on his back a couple times a game, throw you off. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna go down there and ground no real bigs and shit like that. But that Drummond,
I don't think Brooklyn's
yeah,
ever going to be able to put people in that position because they're
yeah,
going to start Kyrie.
because the
So the
way that
point,
it's
the
gonna be
smallest
spread
person
out.
is still going to
Yeah,
go to Kyrie. Like if their next,
yeah,
like if how they traded like Kyrie Irving for James Harden, that could
yeah.
get interesting because James Harden's like a
I give
bigger
it, yeah,
two, and he's got a lot of like lower body weight, like strong legs. Like he can kind of use his own post game. That could have been interesting. But I think with Kyrie, Ben's
yeah.
going to have to go through wings.
Yeah, yeah, it's still not gonna be able to do nothing with Ben anyways. I don't think Ben just one of the players who fucks himself up because of
yeah,
him. But
No, I mean that's why it's
but
such a good fit. He doesn't
yeah,
have to be a
he
scorer.
don't
They
have to
got
shoot.
they got probably the two best ISO scores in the game, Kyrie and KD.
Yeah,
yeah.
right
They
now, yeah,
stack. I ain't gonna lie, they
yeah.
still stack, bro. They got rid of Bembry. I don't know what happened to Bembry though.
Yeah, he gone.
It don't matter with this because
Yeah,
Seth. See, that's what I'm saying. You got Drummond. Drummond gonna be. That's a good pick because y'all.
Hey, and Joe Harris looks like
Yeah,
he actually might miss the rest of the year with that ankle injury. So
that's
getting
good
Seth
for.
was a
That's
steal.
good for
Like
Curry. That's
that
why I said
was a
that's good for
steal.
Curry because that little. He got those flashes of like Curry is one of those players to me where, like I guess you've seen it in Philly, he'll be in like the playoffs. He go get you like those,
You know what I'm saying?
shots when
That's what
you
happens
need
when you get
them.
some Duke players on your team. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're used to
fuck that.
big
That's why I don't
moments.
like talking good about them, bro. Like I just knew he was trying to say. That's why I don't like talking good about them. But yeah,
Hey,
he go. But
hey, last time
yeah,
Curry and Kyrie were teammates at Duke.
man,
Little known fact.
I
They
don't give
were
a fuck about none
that
of that.
one year that Kyrie played like 10 games for Duke. He was.
Yeah,
I really don't even care about Duke anymore. I'm not gonna lie
one
to
of
you.
one of the
It's
games
all
he played
slew.
was against SLU, and
Yeah.
they dubbed like 30 balls us, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
They only lost one game when
Uh,
Kyrie started, and that was in the tournament.
yeah,
But
but
anyways, all right. I want to be respectful of Germ's time, so let's make sure we get to the East. Who is the best team? I want you guys to rank the top 4 teams in the East. I think we probably are all in agreement on who those top 4 are. Maybe not, but I
ooh,
want to hear how you
or
guys rank those top 4. I'm assuming that we're all like Nets, Bucks, Heat,
Bucks,
and
Heat,
Philly.
Philly, yeah.
Like I'm assuming that's who our 4 are. Maybe one of you guys pick the Bulls. Uh, but I want to know how you guys kind of stack those teams in order because the Bucks made a little move. The Heat did nothing, but the Heat's trade deadline move is really getting Oladipo back in a week or two. Like
yeah. I mean, yeah,
their move.
yeah. Miami didn't really have to do nothing for real.
No,
I said they know who they got.
I
Y'all
don't
got.
think there was. I don't think there was a move that made sense out there for me. I don't think there was.
Yeah, yeah.
But Germ, kind of
Yeah.
give me your pecking order in the East. 1, 2,
Oh
3, 4.
shit. Well,
this
the
is
top
hard.
4 teams. I'm gonna say top 4 teams are Bucks, Miami, Brooklyn, and Philly for sure. Them are my top 4. If I had to rank them, oh shit.
Yeah, you're not getting out of this one either.
Right now, I gotta
Hard.
say, oh, I ain't gonna lie.
Man, say what you want to say, bro. Just say it. Come on.
I only
Just say it.
It's
like
okay.
right now, because I like I say, I can't put us. Only reason I'm not putting us at 1 is because Harden hasn't even played yet. So I gotta, you know what I'm saying. So that's the only thing. But on paper, great. But I'm gonna say Milwaukee 1.
We'll have you back on in a month or two so you can
Yeah,
properly
you know what I'm
assess
saying. Yeah,
how they're
like
doing.
I'm gonna come back like right before the playoffs because we're gonna talk about that. But I'm gonna say I think Milwaukee 1, Miami 2, us 3, Brooklyn 4. I think them the top 4 teams in
Okay,
the
that's more
East. Like,
respect than I thought Miami would get. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm mad at that,
y'all
bro.
definitely balling though. So them my top four, bro.
So you said Bucks, Miami, Brooklyn, y'all, or y'all Brooklyn?
Us Brooklyn, us in Brooklyn, yeah, because them niggas they
You
only
got
10.
Brooklyn. You got Brooklyn 4. Okay, I get it. You know,
Yeah,
you can't. You know, the X got to be last. I get it. All right,
I ain't
Devion.
mad about that, bro. Hey, bro, I'm shocked that you put that order with. I ain't mad at that one. Um, I think yeah, Brooklyn to me is number 4. I just I didn't think they was gonna win it. Like as the season progressed, it's fun to watch them, but I just feel like they're gonna find a way to fuck it up. Like
Wow.
KD's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? KD gonna be KD, but them number 4. Um, I still think Miami got the best chances of winning in the East. Gonna stick with Miami. I want to say Bucks number 2, but I like this Philly trade. I don't know. I think Philly, and I don't like saying this, bro, because I really don't like Philly like that, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, but
I hate.
I
I
think
didn't either.
Philly might be number 2, bro, because of look how good they were playing. You just put James Harden in his element. I don't think you can stop that. So I think Heat 1, Philly 2, Bucks 3, and then the Nets 4.
One
Wow.
Philly,
Honestly,
one Philly like on a 15-game win streak or some shit like.
yes.
Well,
And now
I
you
don't know
put your
about. I don't know
boy.
about
No,
15,
they
but
they
you
they
know
was they was doing pretty
they've
good.
been
But I'm
balling.
saying, but you put your boy into that,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And Heat just, bro. I don't know. It's just the Heat, bro. The Heat. You can say whatever you want. Like for them, look at their team, and then the player come to playoffs, they gonna be upsetting a whole lot of people. It's gonna look ugly for a lot of people in the
Man,
playoffs,
that's just kind
especially
of what we
Oladipo
do.
come back. I think Oladipo go actually fit with him. I think he go. Pat Riley
Oh
knows how
yeah,
to make people play their roles, bro.
Oladipo wanted to be in
Like,
Miami for like 5 years at this point.
yeah, it's
He not a
let's
he
see though.
definitely.
Let's see.
All right, this is surprising that I'm gonna have the Heat. I think the lowest of the three of us. This is something's not
Yeah,
right about this. I got the Bucks one. I can't. I'm sorry. I just
I
like I can't
understand why you
take it
said that.
away. Like
They
they
won a
won
ring.
last year.
I got them
They
one
got the
for
same team, and at the end of the day, when the big three play, they're like something like 18-3, 15-3, something like that. Like they're just tough when they got their big three, and I think by playoff time they're gonna have them together. One thing that I noticed, Devion, I've talked about this a lot. I listen to JJ Redick's podcast a lot, and he has Drew Holiday on quite a bit. And the last time he had Drew Holiday on, he
I'll
said
be
the one
forgetting
thing
about
that he
him,
liked
man.
about Mike Budenholzer, and I'm not his biggest fan, but Budenholzer, he he really cares for his players' like health and their bodies, and is willing to let them really rest. And I think that's why their record might not quite be where it's supposed to be. But you got to remember, they're coming off a finals appearance. Like they had the shortest offseason of everybody. So I think that's the smart way to play it. As long as they're top three, they're Gucci. It really doesn't matter for them. So I got Milwaukee one. I hate to say this.
Say it,
I
bro.
got I got Brooklyn two.
Oh, I knew he
Uh,
was gonna
mm.
say it.
I got Brooklyn two. I love the fit. Like I absolutely 1000% love the fit of
I'm
what
not
they did.
surprised we put
I
them two.
still think Philly won the trade because of how much they jumped, but I like that that make like that. I was close to putting Brooklyn one. Like that's how scary I think Brooklyn gets with Ben Simmons, Drummond, and Curry. Because Ben Simmons being a willing facilitator and that good of a defender on that team. Because people don't like to talk about Kevin Durant's defense, but when Kevin Durant plays defense, like that's a very good defender. You got two guys that are damn near 7 feet
Two
tall
seven
that
feet.
can guard a
Yeah.
lot of positions. That's going to be wildly valuable in the playoffs.
And
So I
stop.
got them two. I got the Heat three, and I got Brooklyn four. Or I'm sorry, Philly four. Philly, I'm like Jerm. You're gonna hate me for this. I don't trust a James Harden team in the playoffs.
I
I
know
don't
you
trust
do.
a. I don't.
I put him on
I
that,
don't.
bro.
I don't trust a. I don't trust a Joel Embiid team in the playoffs. I don't trust them together. Like Joel Embiid will get gassed. He's not going to be able to play the playoff schedule. James Harden going to do James Harden shit, beg for fouls that he gets in the regular season, but is not going to get in the playoffs. And I think they end up falling short. I think all four of them have a legit shot to go to the finals and win. I'm not saying any of them are not real contenders. So I don't want it to be perceived that way. I think they're all just really fucking good, and
Yeah.
that's the way I have them stacked up right now. So that's where I'm at.
It's the
Okay.
toughest the East. This is gonna
I
be the
can't.
most exciting the East has looked in a long time with
Yeah,
the way the
Oh
teams
yeah,
to me.
the playoffs in the East gonna be crazy.
East is way better than the West this year.
Not
Yeah,
even close.
not even close.
Bro, not even
Like the
close.
first time in a long time. Like, yeah, it
No,
ain't
the
even
East was
close.
better last year too,
Yeah,
and the year
the
before
East
that.
been better than the West the last like
About
3, 4 years.
About 3 years. I'd
Yeah,
say the East has been better.
yeah.
West has been very top heavy.
That's it.
Yeah.
1, 2.
All right, we usually choose Jerm. So what we've been doing lately is we choose love or we choose violence. We choose somebody or something to love or hate on. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity. If you want to choose James Harden, I don't care. But I want you to choose love. I want you to choose violence. Choose something to love or hate on to end our show here.
Shit, I'm gonna choose violence. Shit,
Choose it.
Brooklyn cool,
Choose
but
it.
fuck them.
I love it.
I
Talk to
mean,
me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk
I
about the
said
violence you're wishing on Brooklyn here.
they cool, but fuck them. Like shit, it is what it is. Like I still don't. Eventually, I hope I find out why he wanted to get up out of there. But for the time being, it's a lot of reports as to quote unquote why he wanted to leave. But shit, fuck them, man. My boy went there expecting one thing, got another. It is what it is. Shit, if we see him in the playoffs, it's like that. So shit.
Devion.
I'm going to choose love this week.
Devion
I
had a
think,
kid, and he just chooses love all the time. Though
yeah,
it's been
man, this
truly
man,
amazing to see the transformation of Devion. Who you
hey
loving
man, he
on?
been turning my heart black, I guess. I'm a bro. I've been hating on Philly the whole season.
Don't you do this? Don't do this right now.
I'm gonna give them one time where I'm gonna love them that they got one thing right. Cause I told bro, I thought it'd be a good fit, but I definitely thought they'd fumble this, and I thought they'd fuck this straight up. I definitely thought they weren't gonna make it happen. I love them for that, bro. Like they actually did one thing right in the last 35 years. So good job, bro. Like for real, that's all. Good job, Philly, bro. I love what they did. I should have chose violence because fuck the Lakers. So I know I'm done with them, bro. Like I'm just like y'all not gonna hear nothing from me until the playoffs come and we start
Oh
turning
no,
up. I'm
don't
done.
worry. I'll keep asking you every week.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna choose violence, Devion. I'm on a violent streak. This is a twofer right here because I can't decide which one pisses me off more. So
Take
I'm
them, baby.
aiming
Take
some.
them both, baby. Take them
I'm
both.
throwing some violence at my Dolphins. They fired their secondary coach Gerald Alexander, who I just really want to be the defensive coordinator. You know, players loved him. Has a great story. Was a player. Just very well respected. And the reason I'm choosing violence is I feel like the Dolphins fired him because he stuck up for Flo. You know, B Flow after his lawsuit and everything. He said B Flow going to change the game. Nothing but respect. I feel like that's why they fired him. I don't have that. I don't. I have no sources. I have no insight into if that's actually true. But that's just what I feel like. So that really fucking pissed me off. I wanted him to kind of get that changed. The Dolphins defense turned around last year when he went up to the booth and had a little more input into what was going on instead of being on the sideline. You know, I feel like they're hating on the man, but whatever. They're going to ostracize B-Flow supporters. I guess that's what it is. What it is. And then the other violence I'm showing is, Devion. I went on my whole tirade about the Baseball Hall of Fame a couple weeks ago. All right, so the Football Hall of Fame is getting my smoke this week. Like how my man Zach Thomas is still not. This is like his 8th year of eligibility. How he is still not a Hall of Famer. I just want someone to answer me this. So if Tom Brady and Peyton Manning say he's a Hall of Famer, say he's like the toughest middle linebacker they've ever gone up against. Meanwhile, those guys played in the era of Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher, who are both first ballot Hall of Famers. Why is he not in the Hall of Fame? Do the football writers feel like they actually know more about the game of football than Peyton Manning and Tom Brady? That's what I want to know, because I don't understand this man's statistics are right there. They're better than Brian Urlacher's. Brian Urlacher was the first ballot. He should be. I'm not hating on anybody else that's in. I'm just saying, why is my guy not in? He's getting penalized for playing for a dumpster fire of a fucking organization that is the Miami Dolphins over the last 20 years. I don't understand why he's not getting his opportunity to be in the Hall of Fame. It's not fair. It's bullshit. They're and shout out University of Miami alum Devin Hester should have been in the Hall of Fame as well, but they want to be biased because he was just a special teams guy. Fuck them. 3 impossible. We're out.